Thank you.
No problem. Any extra butter? Stick sauce?
Butter. Yeah.
Got it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, man.
Hey, Jared. Thank you for popping in, buddy. Love me. I've had some great ones here and some bad ones, but this is one of the worst. Cut beef. How have things been going with you, Jared? I don't know if you want to chat, but I love chatting with you, Jared. Mm. There you go.
No problem. Just gonna drop this off for you. Everything good?
Mm. Oh yeah. Keep selling them. Mm. This is the bed cut. Hey, Gregory. We're gonna have fun with grits when we get there. Steak? Well, it's a Waffle House steak, so would say it was about a 5 out of 10. Most of the time, they were 8 plus. This one is not good. Not bad either. Most of the time, they're actually very very decent. This one is subpar. I'm just watching the action here, so sorry if I'm not paying attention. I do too. Dude, I had a great one the other night at Harry's Steakhouse in Cleveland. They were Independence, Ohio. Shit was good, right? The Monaco 22 ouncer. Then you have to have this, so it's a big difference. Which they sometimes they can almost compare if they do it right. I've been okay. How about you, buddy? I haven't heard from you. I haven't even seen you live much. Monitor your YouTube. I haven't even seen you much. Everybody's been taking a break lately. Oh, dude, I woke up 4 a.m., so I get it. Today's just dragging for me. Everything else is extra. Mm. Mm. I know it's Wes. We're going to be heading out in a minute. Take y'all with me. Anybody in YouTube, if you could, jump over to Rumble. I just need a how you doing in the Rumble chat. Appreciate it.
Everything for you.
Awesome.
Good.
Always awesome. You guys always take care of me. I'm Lord.
Hello, come in. Need a receipt tonight?
Nope.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Shoot. Oh, it's so nice outside. It's freezing in there. Well, it's actually very comfortable outside right now. It's chilly in my car. Down. Come on, guys. Find the fucking hole. Find the fucking hole. Just find the fucking hole, bitch. So the girl said, right? I'm dealing with other stuff right now. So give me a second. All right.
Exam and no blood test. Just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos. ETHOS. Ethos.com/Slater. Mike Keppel here, Patriot Software's founder. I started my entrepreneurial journey selling greeting cards door to door when I was 10. At age 16, I had workers' comp insurance for my employees. Some kids were good at sports, but I was a business geek kind of a kid. While other kids were making home runs, I was making money. That's when I learned about capitalism and free enterprise. My fifth successful business, Patriot Software, helps entrepreneurs build their businesses and keep their money. For affordable accounting and payroll, go to patriotsoftware.com. See website for details. BillsHappen.com is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to BillsHappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
BillsHappen.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history. Guess what? I went to BillsHappen.com, and we're getting our money tomorrow.
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com. Freedom never gets old.
Yeah, cone to Rumble.
America 250.
Do I not have the Rumble channel up?
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Jason Walker. A new study renewing debate over whether work requirements may reduce poverty among Americans receiving government benefits. Here's correspondent Ken Lorman. Research by Casey Mulligan, an economist with the Department of Health and Human Services, finds adding work requirements to Medicaid could lift between 1.6 and nearly 3 million people out of poverty. The study says families could see incomes rise by more than $12,000 as more recipients enter the workforce. Supporters argue work rules encourage self-sufficiency and stronger labor participation. Ken Lorman reporting. The Committee to Unleash Prosperity had been arguing for some time requiring work for welfare benefits like Medicaid to help cut poverty, arguing those rules move able-bodied adults into jobs and regular checks. Key talks underway between Chinese and North Korean leaders. Chinese President Xi Jinping has arrived in Pyongyang in his first visit to North Korea in 7 years. The trip is likely meant to reassert China's unique influence over North Korea in return for providing economic and political benefits. She's expected to hold a summit with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, but no specific agenda has so far been released. Foreign experts predict the meeting will have big ramifications on bilateral ties and beyond, as both leaders seek to restore their traditional cooperation in the face of separate confrontations with the US. China has long been North Korea's economic lifeline and diplomatic backer. I'm Charles Telefesma. That powerful earthquake in the southern Philippines now being blamed for the lives of at least 35 people, 200 injuries reported, and a 6.1 quake near, in western Cuba, though injuries or damage reported. Game 3 of the NBA Finals belongs to San Antonio. The Spurs defeating the Knicks 115 to 111. More on these stories, townhall.com. Hey, I'm Kirk Cameron. Is health insurance eating up your budget for 2026? If you're looking for ways to better steward your finances, consider this: Christian Healthcare Ministries. It's a health insurance alternative at half the cost. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. While insurance companies tell you when to join, what to pay, and where to go, CHM is different. As a ministry, CHM allows you to share the burden of medical bills with other Christians. You can enroll, switch programs, or leave at any time. Christian Healthcare Ministries. It's a world of difference. CHM has 4 flexible programs. You can pick any certified doctor, surgeon, or hospital that you want for eligible care. So make the switch. Take your paycheck back from health insurance this year. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. That's chministries.org/wellness. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins says more cases of the screwworm have been found in the southwestern U.S., but she remains upbeat.
These developments obviously represent a serious threat to our livestock and wildlife, but they haven't caught us off guard. We have been tracking this pest for a long time, and we have fought before, and we will do so again.
She says they've been ready for it.
Expanding sterile fly production and dispersal capacity. You all are probably tracking that we launched that last year, but earlier this year opened both a dispersal facility, but also invested tens of millions of dollars in refitting the fly top of Mexico beginning last year, which those sterile flies will begin to come online this month. So very good timing.
In the meantime, authorities announcing 3 new cases Monday. That includes a dog in New Mexico. Breaking news and analysis, townhall.com. Sean Hannity. We live in the single best, greatest country God ever gave man. In your quiet, more reflective moments, you think of the sacrifice, the gifts. So many have sacrificed for our liberty, our freedom. What a blessing this is. I gotta say this. Thank God we live in the best country ever. And happy 250th birthday to the United States of America. The Sean Hannity Show. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m. Eastern on SiriusXM Patriot. Freedom never gets old. Small business funding approved and funded same day? At a bank? Impossible. At Cardiff, it's the norm. My name is William Stern. In 2004, I built Cardiff to make it faster and easier to access business funding. We believe that if you have the revenue, you should have the capital. And that's why we've made it possible to get your business approved and funded as fast as today. Since 2004, Cardiff has funded over $12 billion for American small businesses, helping owners grow without the red tape. Our online application takes less than 5 minutes with absolutely zero impact on your personal credit. If you've been in business for at least a year and are doing $20,000 in monthly revenue, you could qualify for up to $500,000 in same-day funding. Don't let the big banks slow you down. Go to cardiff.co/SXM. That's cardiff.co/SXM. Real growth, fast funding. Cardiff. Borrow better. Hi, I'm Joe Perillo with JoePerillo.com. I'd like to tell you about Perillo Collision. The Perillo Collision staff are trained and insured to repair Bentleys, Rolls-Royce, Lamborghinis, or any other high-end luxury vehicles. We service accidents from all over the country. Maintain your luxury vehicle's warranty with our professional team. Visit JoePerillo.com. That's JoePerillo.com. That's JoePerillo. And click on Perillo Collision or call us at 312 BMW 1111. He's here. Now broadcasting from the underground command post, deep in the bowels of a hidden bunker, somewhere under the brick and steel of a nondescript building, we've once again made contact with our leader, Frank Levin. Hello, America. Mark Levin here. Our number, 877-381-3811, 877-381-3811. Yeah, my mouth broke. Thanks for being here. You know, folks, hope you had a good weekend. I speak the truth to you. You're like a big family to me, and I let the chips fall where they may. Sometimes they fall places you like. Sometimes they fall in places you may not like. I don't know why the President of the United States feels the need to keep going to left-wing reporters and talking about confidential conversations he has with the Prime Minister of Israel. And I don't know why he keeps bashing the Prime Minister of Israel. He's trying to protect his country and his own people. Just a few weeks ago, their fighter jets were fighting right alongside ours. The Mossad was working with the CIA. And of course, the Prime Minister was working with the President in what was a spectacular military operation. I know the President is deeply desperate for a deal. The Iranians know he's deeply desperate for a deal. The whole world knows he's deeply desperate for a deal. Got it. But the problem is the state of Israel is in the neighborhood. And when Hezbollah is shooting thousands of missiles into the state of Israel and tens of thousands of drones since the ceasefire 9 weeks ago on April 8th, and Israel's told it can only fight a defensive war, and Israel's told to stay away from Beirut, even though the head of the snake is right outside of Beirut. Even after signing a so-called peace deal with the Lebanese government, which is a government that wants peace with Israel, but has nothing to do with Hezbollah and cannot control Hezbollah. And then when they fight to push Hezbollah back, because they've now had to depopulate the northern part of the country, it's a tiny country. I want you to think of New Jersey, and the top 20-25% of New Jersey has to be pushed back. Hundreds of thousands of people depopulated. And then they're told they can only fight so much to stop it. The hypocrisy of our country that wouldn't put up with it in the treatment of that country is ridiculous. In fact, we don't ask any other country to do that. None. So why the constant beating up of Netanyahu? He wants to defeat the regime in Iran. We do not. We've decided not. We've decided, at least for now, maybe next week it'll change, we're not going to use our military to enforce anything except if they take action against us. So obviously, if you're the Israelis and they're firing weapons into your country and you want to take action, we would do exactly the same thing, would we not? Even more. So Iran's figured this out. So they fired 11 ballistic missiles into Israel. Ballistic missiles that can blow a city block off the face of the earth. The size of school buses. Each one carries 2,000 pounds. So Israel prepares to fight back, and they get a call telling them they shouldn't. But if they do, very limited about it. So they go in and they hammer the hell out of them. And they want to finish the job, but they're pulled back by us. They're told, no, you come back. You want to be alone? You want to be the only ones? We didn't do anything much to support their effort. In fact, there was an announcement from the White House last night saying we had nothing to do with this. Our military's not involved. And I commented, well, that's nothing to be proud of. They were fighting alongside of us when we asked them to join us in our efforts. And of course, Iran sees all this. But most of all, you know who else sees all this, Mr. Producer? Communist China. And what do you think Communist China's taken away from this? You think they're more or less worried about us should they invade Taiwan? What do you think? Seriously. I don't know why we beat up on an ally like this after praising them and embracing them and supporting them. Now, that said, a lot of you are thinking this way. Like, what's going on? Tyrus on Fox on the 5. I've only talked to him once, I think, for a book interview, Mr. Producer.
Nice signal, asshole.
We've had him on. Very nice man. Actually, really sharp. And about an hour ago on Fox the 5, he said this. Cut 21. Go.
I think Iran they're telling us to be like the America they've had dealt with for decades. They're looking at how Afghanistan, well, maybe when America leaves, they'll leave us tanks and helicopters too. We just have to wait this out. I think a lot of in America, it's easy for us to say, oh, this what's going on over there. But the people who live in Israel, this is their front yard and their backyard. And they see, and it's hard to hold it against them and their government against them. Like, they can finally end this. Iran's best friend in this whole situation is President Trump. Because he's the only one consistently saying, hey, we're going to come to the table, and Iran shoots at a ship. Okay, cool. We'll just blow up the guys who did it, but we're still willing to be at the table. If President Trump said, you know what, Israel and a lot of the Kuwait and a lot of the places that Iran fired at, he said, you know what, you guys handle it, there would be no more Iran. It would be completely, Iran's best friend in this situation is the United States, because they're the only ones who can say to Israel right now, it's like, hey, stop firing. And that's a lot to ask a country after, forget just October 7th. Look, forget the national worldwide campaign against them. this type of stuff we've seen here in America and our college campuses all around the world. So I sympathize with Israel's need to want to be safe and free. And for us, we sit on the other side of the ocean going, well, this needs to stop. So Iran, if you have any brains left in, what did you call him again? The gay Ayatollah. Maybe it's time to put on those dance shoes and go out and serenade and call the president and get it done. Because if the president walks away from this, it's not going to be like Afghanistan. Right. Israel's coming, and hell's coming with him.
And so when the president did an interview on television in Israel, maybe an hour or two ago, and it's pretty rough on the prime minister there. He was up for election in October, so it's very unhelpful to him. And they'll be sorry about any of these other candidates who are elected. I can trust you on that one. Trust me on that. And he said, if Israel, basically if they don't do what I tell them to do, they're going to be left alone fighting Iran. They will whip Iran's ass. And they want to destroy that regime. And they will finally give arms to the people in Iran. They won't give a damn what Turkey and Erdogan has to say about it. Here's the interesting thing that they're not reporting really on any news outlet. The Iranian people, the Lebanese people, and the Israeli people are of one. They are united against this regime. The Israeli people want this regime defeated. The Persian people want this regime defeated. And the Lebanese people want this regime and Hezbollah defeated. Tens of millions of people. The lifeline will be whatever deal we come up with, because that deal, after the president leaves, will not be enforceable. It just won't. It just won't. So Axios and this guy, Barak Ravid is an Israeli who worked for two of the worst publications in Israel, couldn't hold his jobs there, goes to Axios, and this is the guy that receives the leaks, I guess, from the Oval Office or people around the president, and who the president talks to all the time to put that information out. And you'll notice that Netanyahu hasn't gone to the press about any of the conversations. Moreover, I'm not aware that conversations our president has with any other head of state winds up being discussed in the media. I really have not seen it, but I've seen these things before, these efforts, these campaigns to diminish, to reduce. And I don't think Netanyahu is going to be pushed into submission. He can't. The stakes are way too high for exactly the reasons Tyrus said. Tyrus is right. And a lot of you have been calling here saying exactly the same thing. And online, putting aside the bots and the Jew haters and the rest, a lot of people are saying the same thing. This is not helping us. This is not helping us with Iran. It's not going to help us with a deal. In fact, what Israel did yesterday, if it's a deal that the president is seeking, it certainly is, they helped on the deal. Because they're the only enforcers who are in the Middle East dealing with Iran and Hezbollah. All right. Liberty's voice today. Cut 2, Mr. Producer. Cut 2. Go. I'm a very big Churchill fan. And we all should be. He's one of the greatest leaders in the history of the world. He had a lot of differences with FDR, and then later, after FDR died, with Truman. It basically came down to this during the negotiation toward the end of World War II and at the end of World War II. He said that you cannot trust Stalin. He's a killer. He's a communist who wants to conquer as much of the earth as he can, including Eastern Europe. In fact, Churchill said he already has his troops there and he won't remove them in some of these countries. No, says FDR, we can work this out. Then Truman, he meets with Truman, and Truman's main goal is what? To get out of Europe. To end the war, get out of Europe. What did Stalin do? He put in phony governments with phony elections where they resisted, like in Hungary. The tanks rolled in and they just took them over. Churchill, in many ways, is Netanyahu and what they're dealing with in the Middle East. You see, the Middle East, including in Israel, if the price of a gallon of gasoline goes up 70 cents or $1 and so forth, that's a slight inconvenience, a temporary inconvenience all the way in the United States. For the Israelis, that cannot be the controlling factor over life and death. It cannot be the controlling factor. One more clip from today's Liberty's Voice. You can get it on Rumble and YouTube. Cut one, go. Why don't we think about 2 or 3 weeks of our beautiful bombers and our beautiful bombs and our jet fighters and everything, and whatever we can, we target what we feel needs to be targeted and blow them the hell off the face of the earth. Mostly their SS, the IRGC. Do everything we can in that truncated period of time. Heavily hammer, 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 and then say, okay, Israel and any Arab country, do as you wish. And I believe the Israeli military would take care of that regime and remove it, because they do want to arm the people there. They do want to do what has to be done. And if they have to send troops in there, they will send troops in there. See, I don't think it's a threat to Israel when you say you may have to take on Iran alone. I don't think it's a threat to them at all. I think it's part of their wish list, quite frankly. It's now the Arabs who are more worried, but not the Israelis. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin. The world's biggest sporting event is coming to Sirius XM. These are the moments you kind of define your legacy. For the United States. What a goal! What a start for the United States! To the defending champion, Lionel Messi and Argentina have won the World Cup. Beginning Thursday, hear every match of the FIFA World Cup on Fox Sports 83, Sirius XM FC 157, and on the Sirius XM app. It's the world's greatest game because it's magic. Running a business is hard enough, so why make it harder with a dozen different apps that don't talk to each other? Introducing Odoo, the only business software you'll ever need. It's an all-in-one, fully integrated platform that makes your work easier. From CRM, accounting, inventory, e-commerce, and more. And the best part, Odoo replaces multiple expensive platforms for a fraction of the cost. That's why over thousands of businesses have made the switch. So why not you? Try Odoo for free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Navigating life stages, Caring Transitions offers support for every step of the way. For seniors relocating or downsizing, we offer a compassionate, individualized approach that provides comprehensive solutions. Estate sales, our experts will list your items on our exclusive online platform, CP Bids, preserving memories and keeping your family's best interests at heart. And for those tough cleanouts, we're here to help. Visit caringtransitions.com. Caring Transitions, embracing new beginnings with confidence. Let's be honest, you love your dog more than most humans, so why are they home alone all day binge sleeping like a teenager? Send them to Dogtopia, the world's largest daycare. Dogtopia dogs get serious exercise, averaging 8 miles a day. That's 70,000 steps. That beats lying around at home staring at squirrels through the window. They make new friends and can even sleep overnight. And you can watch them on our live webcams like the helicopter parent you are. Visit Dogtopia.com to find a location or explore franchises of Dogtopia, because your dog deserves a social life too. Is the person who manages your Google ads the best? Here's who Google thinks is the best. Google thinks it's Search Kings. Of more than 10,000 Google agencies in the United States and Canada eligible for the honor, it is one company, Search Kings, that is the winner of the Google Ads Impact Award, given to the Google partner with the most impactful Google advertising results. You want to stand out where your customers are online? Switch to Search Kings. He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago politician Dick Durbin. Now, Durbin has a new scheme. He's doing the dirty work to benefit corporate megastores. Durbin's bill could cut corners on your credit card security, putting your personal data at risk. Big chain retailers and warehouse stores want to inflate their profits, and liberal Dick Durbin would help them do it. Tell senators, say no to the megastores and Dick Durbin. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition. It used to be that stuffing tissues up your nose was really the only way to stop your messy, frustrating nosebleeds. Nampons are the doctor-recommended better option that over 3 million people have already discovered. So what's a Nampon? Nampons fit inside your nose perfectly, expand for gentle pressure, and even have a clotting agent clinically proven to stop the bleeding fast. And now Nampons are available at Walmart. So ditch the tissue and be prepared for your next nosebleed. Pull in the Walmart right now and get Nampons in the first aid aisle. Hi, this is professional golfer Mark O'Mara. When it came to building my personal putting green, I called Celebrity Greens, the leader in customized synthetic golf greens. Celebrity Greens designed an amazing backyard green for me
and a synthetic lawn area for my dogs that looks and acts just like natural grass. You can't beat Celebrity Green's attention to detail and exceptional customer service. Learn how to create a championship putting green in your own backyard. Call the pros at Celebrity Greens, 1-888-507-7960, or visit them online at celebritygreens.com.
What if you found out that you were giving out more than 20 yards off the tee? How about knowing you can hit approach shots 18 feet closer to your target? SST Pure can put these games in your bag now. We're the global leader in golf shaft alignment technology. Golf shafts aren't perfectly round or straight. This creates losses in distance and wider dispersion throughout the bag. SST Pure has been on the PGA Tour for over 2 decades. Visit SSTPure.com for details and to find the licensed fitter nearest you. Put more distance and better accuracy in your bag today with SST Pure.
When an earache strikes, you need relief fast. Introducing Earache RX pain-relieving eardrops from Dr. Easy, the makers of Wax RX. With 4% lidocaine, Earache RX eardrops have real medicine. The maximum strength available without a prescription. Strong enough for adults, yet gentle enough for kids. Earache RX eardrops are perfect for the discomfort from swimmer's ear 2. Get fast relief that starts working on contact. Don't wait for an earache to strike. Get the power of real medicine. Get Earache RX at Walgreens today. Freedom never gets old. Celebrating America 250. Sirius XM Patriot 125. Oh.
Truth is, it's the Arab countries, Turkey, and Pakistan that want us. It's not all the Arab countries. It's certain of the Arab countries, Turkey and Pakistan, that want us to prevent Israel from wiping out the Iranian regime. And it's not Israel. That's the truth. So, there we go. All right. Let's see here. President has a red line, though, when it comes to Iran. He told Meet the Depressed before he rightly walked out on that. That Kristen Welker is a disgrace and a disaster. To invite the president like that, and basically to act like you're some kind of a Democrat operative. We'll get into that more in a little bit. I already posted on it, but listen to this. Cut 3, go.
I want to know what your red line is. What would trigger you to restart military action? Would it be Iran killing more American citizens?
Well, certainly that would be something that I would think about very seriously. But my red line would be if I think I wasn't going to make a deal, or if I wasn't going to make a deal fast enough. So we're having very good negotiations with the people that are leading the country now. It's the third group that we've been dealing with. And they are different. And you could say it's regime change, actually, because these are very different people. I find them to be more rational, very smart.
See, I don't get that. More rational. What does that mean? They're firing missiles. They're attacking the Arab countries. They're attacking Israel. They're supporting Hezbollah to attack Israel, to attack the people in Lebanon. I'm not sure I understand what that means. Moderate ceasefire. I don't know what that means either. Go ahead.
Why are you?
What's their names? But they are. I mean, they're leaders. They're respected. Respected by the people that have to respect them. They are calling the shots. We know that because we see it through various tests.
I'm going to tell you something. In the book I wrote on freedom of the press, there was a long interview that Ben Rhodes. He was the deputy national security advisor, but very much the point of the spear in negotiating the Obama nuclear deal with Iran. He was bragging about the fact how they gave talking points to the press and controlled the press. In the core issue was to convince them that the president of Iran was a moderate, as opposed to the IRGC, which is the hardliners. And that we either make a deal now with this moderate president of Iran, or the hardliners are going to take over. He said it was a complete farce. There were no moderates. There were no moderates. He sold that bill of goods to the American people. I have it in my book. On freedom of the press is one of the the great scams in media history. Now we're being told about moderates versus hardliners. They're all hardliners. Moderates don't get to live. They don't survive. That's a fantasy. That's performative art on the side of the Iranians. They're all hardliners. I'll be right back.
Left behind and into one of the most legendary clubs of all time. Studio 54 Radio is classic dance and disco 24/7, complete with mixes from original Studio 54 DJs Robbie Leslie and Jellybean Benitez. Drop in to Studio 54 Radio now, Channel 54, and wherever you stream with the Sirius XM app.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. And Elite CompTIA certification.
I want to kill this live and then go live only on premium. So if you don't have a premium account, get it. I'm not sending any more free ones right now. We're going to do some scanning tonight.
Millions of Americans have trusted WeFixMoney.com. Go to the site that you can trust, WeFixMoney.com. That's WeFixMoney.com.
Man.
Making VP racing fuels a logical choice to fuel it. Our specially formulated fuels promote smooth first starts and longer performing engine life. Available now with all your local retailers. Don't let low volume stall your weekend. When it matters most, choose VP Racing Small Engine Fuels. Oh! Imagine a health plan you actually want to do, not just have to. We're claimed on it. By providing transparency, fighting for fair payments, and saving employers up to 38% compared to traditional health plans, we enable companies to take more control of their health plan costs. If advocating for our members makes us health plan rebels, so be it. Keep your health plan costs under control at claimdoc.com. Hi, I'm Tyler, founder at Cozy Earth. Our mission is to transform your 5 to 9, the time that matters most, into the most comfortable part of your day. This starts with the softest, most luxurious fabrics. Our best-selling bamboo sheets are a game changer. Make your 5 to 9 the best part of your day, risk-free with our 100-night sleep trial and a 10-year warranty on all bedding and bath products. Love them or send them back, but trust me, you won't want to. Go to CozyEarth.com and use code MUSIC to save up to 20%. That's CozyEarth.com, code MUSIC.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So have one of your assistants switch it.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month.
I'll be back.
Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan.